Hello guys, in this video we are going to see this problem: remove all adjacent duplicates in string. So what it's saying is, you are given a string S consisting of lower English letters. A duplicate removal consists of choosing two adjacent and equal letters and removing them. We repeatedly make duplicate removals on S until we no longer can, and the final string that we get after this, we have to return that string. Return the final string after such duplicate removals have been made. It can be proven that the answer is unique. So what it says is, let's see it with an example. I'll take this example: a double b a c a. So our example is a double b a c a. So let me briefly give you the intuition how you can proceed with this question. So as you can see here, if we are given the string, let me put it in this way in the form of array first: a b b a c a. So you can see we will iterate from this particular index starting from 0, and we'll go towards the right, and each time we face any value which is a duplicate, we have to remove that. So if you can see here, let's suppose we have this box. Okay, so this is the intuition I'm giving. So you have come here, you have checked, okay, I have a, but I don't have anything in the box, so let me put a here. Okay, then we move to b. We again see, okay, b is there. We now take b and compare it with the top value that is here, because we are comparing the top value because we have to compare the two adjacent values. That is what the question says. We have to see two adjacent values. So adjacent values will only be present this relationship, like adjacent relationship will only be present with the top one only. Okay, so we are comparing this b with the top one, and you see, okay, this is not equal, so we put b here. Again we come to this index and we pick up this b, and we again go and compare inside this box, and we can see, okay, previously there was b, and again we are coming with b, so we need to remove this thing because we don't want duplicates. So what we will do is, we will, whatever value that you have inserted here, you will have to pop it out. Okay, so now our final box is remaining with a. Now again you will come here and see, okay, now I have a, I'll have to select this or not. So you will go here and check, okay, what is the top one? You see a, so you don't have to select it, because if this b is removed, what is the final string is a c a. So these two will become adjacent. As we can see from here, we are checking what is the top one, and it is same as this one. So what we will do is, we will pop this out. So now we are remaining with an empty basket, or you can say empty box, and these two are removed. Now what string we have is CA. We move to this index and we see, okay, let's see, we have picked up C, and here nothing is there, so we have put C here. Now we again move to A, we come here and check whether we have the upper one or the top one as A or not. If it is not, we will push that element A, and here we don't have anything. So whatever this value remains here, that is our final answer. So if you can see here, if we rotate this particular box in anti-clockwise by 90 degree, you can see it in a form of a stack, where we are inserting element A, then B, and again if B is coming, we are popping that out. So stack data structure will be very useful in this situation, as the insertion and this removal of the like the top element or the last one added is in order of one time. Okay, so this will so this is basically how we get the intuition that we have to proceed this problem with stack. So I have given you the intuition. We have seen an example. Let's see the code now. So this is the code. So, and this is the example that I will be explaining this code with. So see, we have first created a stack. So our stack is created here. So this is our stack. We iterate over this s, or this string, from index 0 to its length. So initially we start with this point, we check if the stack is empty, it is empty, so we put a here. So a is put here, and then we that is empty, then we push the first character and we continue as it like it will come again to this for loop. Then we pick up the second index and we check. We pick up the second index and we see the stack is not empty. We come here, we see the top value. What is the top value? A. So in temp, its value is stored is a. Now we see whether the character that we are taking, that is z, whether it is equals to temp or not. If it is equal, if the temp or the value that is coming and the element that is here, if both are value are same, we will pop that element present in the stack, that is we'll pop this out. But here it is not equal, so we'll push that element. So what happened is we'll push z here. Similarly proceeding, we'll come here, we'll see x, and we'll come here and check whether z is equals to x. If not, we'll put x here. Again we'll come here, take this x, see the top value, it is x. So what we'll do is we'll pop this out. So when you pop this out, what remains is we have only this value left. Now we come again here z. So when we come z, we come and check the top element, it is again equals to z. So what we'll do, we will pop this out. So once you pop this out, what is remaining is only a. Sorry, oh yeah, only a. And hence if we come see this y and come here and check whether a is equals to y, it is not, so y will be inserted here. Now once this thing is over and we have our stack in which all the elements are there that we need for from where the duplicates has been moved. Now what we will do is we'll pick up every element from the stack and we'll put it in inside this string. Now we'll take out every value and we'll append it to a string, and hence this thing we will get our final string, that is a y, and we'll return that string. Let's see this code and run it. Yeah, here. So if you can see here, I have already written the same code that I have there, and let me submit it. You can see it is accepted. Okay, I hope you have liked this video. Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have liked this video. Okay, thank you.